Good morning, students. Today is 2nd March 2021 and we'll be taking the code on parallel computing. This is the code fragment. Let's see, this is this code fragment. They are nested for loop. For I is equal to 0 to I less than 1000 I plus plus. So column of sum of I equal to 0.0 and for j is equal to 0 to j less than equal to 1000 j plus plus column sum I is equal to column sum I plus b of ji. Each element you are adding, that means this is two matrix addition. And matrix addition का code है code sum columns of the matrix B into a vector column sum. There are two observations that can be made. The vector column sum is small and easily fits into the cache. The second observation is that matrix B is accessed in a column order as illustrated in 2.2. So for a matrix of size 1000 by 1000 stored in a row order, this corresponds accessing every 1000th entry. Therefore, it is likely that only one word in a cache line fetched from the memory will be used. So consequently, the code fragment as written above is likely to yield poor performance. Why poor performance? What is the order of this? यहाँ पर क्या किया हमने, कितनी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी हो गई, मतलब हर एक आई की वैल्यू के लिए ये j का 0 to 1000 जो है वो लूप चलेगा. फिर नेक्स्ट आई की वैल्यू के लिए j का लूप 0 to 1000 चलेगा, मतलब 1000 into 1000 टाइम्स ये लूप चलेगा. सो इसकी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी हो गई ऑर्डर ऑफ n स्क्वायर. अगर n की वैल्यू 1000 है तो 1000 स्क्वायर हो गया. दिस इज द कोड टू परफॉर्म द एडिशन ऑफ कॉलम ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स. और एक इसमें एक कॉलम में 1000 वैल्यूज है, उनको ऐड करना है. और ऐसे कितने कॉलम्स है? ऐसे 1000 कॉलम्स है. सो यू हैव टू परफॉर्म दिस ऑपरेशन 1000 into 1000 टाइम्स. दैट इज 10 raised to power of 6. बाप रे, कितना बड़ा नंबर हो गया. सो द कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ दिस कोड is order of n square. So multiplying a matrix with a vector, multiplying column by column, keeping a running sum. Okay. Computing each element of the result as a dot product of a row of matrix with a vector. So this forms a vector and multiplying these values like this. Okay. See here, this is column major data access and row major data access. This is my first column. Okay, this is my second column, this is third column, and this is fourth column. So we are adding these values. फर्स्ट कॉलम की वैल्यू ऐड की, स्टोर किया, सेकंड कॉलम की वैल्यू ऐड की, स्टोर किया, थर्ड कॉलम की वैल्यू ऐड की, स्टोर किया. इट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ एन एरे. ये देखो, इस तरह से हमने इसको स्टोर करते गए और एक वेक्टर एरे भी क्रिएट किया. सिमिलरली रो मेजर डेटा एक्सेस, ये फर्स्ट रो को ऐड किया, स्टोर किया, सेकंड रो को ऐड किया, फिर स्टोर किया, थर्ड रो को ऐड किया, स्टोर किया, फोर्थ रो को ऐड किया, एंड देन वी हैव स्टोर्ड द वैल्यू. देखो यहाँ स्टोरेज दिखाई है, फर्स्ट पोजीशन पे, सेकंड पोजीशन पे, थर्ड and fourth like this. Okay, this is row major data access. So the above code illustrates the problems with stride access, strides greater than 1. The lack of spatial locality in computation causes poor memory system performance. Often it is possible to restructure the computation to remove the stride access. In each case, in the case of our example, a simple the rewrite of the loop is possible as follows. So we are rewriting the loop because this gives more complexity. This is this type of looping generates complex type of task. So let's rewrite the code like this, eliminating the stride access. So what we have done included three loops. First loop is just initializing the entire set to 0. एक column array create किया जिसमें सबको 0 initialize कर दिया. फिर से ये नेस्टेड लूप बनाया और नेस्टेड लूप में क्या किया, सिर्फ यही स्टेटमेंट में प्लस किया है ईच एवरी वैल्यू. सो इन दिस केस द मैट्रिक्स इज ट्रैवर्स्ड इन अ रो ऑर्डर में ट्रैवर्स हो रहा है. द रीडर विल नोट दैट दिस कोड ओनली दिस लाइन इज टू बी is being accessed 1000 into 1000 times, whereas in the previous case this line was also included in the loop. So some column can be retained in the cache through the loop. Indeed, for this particular example, our assumption is reasonable. If the vector is larger, we would have to break the iteration space into blocks and compute the product one block at a time. This concept is also called tilling, T-I-L-I-N-G of iteration. ये concept को क्या बोलेंगे? Tilling. The improved performance of this loop is left as an exercise to the reader. So what we have done, we have taken a loop for loop to initialize the column value, that is creating an empty vector array like this single dimensional array, and then nested for loop to perform the addition of the column values. Okay. So the next question is whether we have efficiently solved the problem posted by the memory latency and bandwidth. So while peak processor rates have grown significantly over the past decades, memory latency and bandwidth have not kept pace with this increase. So consequently, for typical computers, the ratio of the peak FLOPS rate to peak memory bandwidth is anywhere between 1 megaflops per megabit. That is the ratio of flops per megabit per second of bandwidth is there. See, there are some examples presented in this section to illustrate the concept. Exploiting spatial and temporal locality in the application in critical and armatizing memory latency and increasing effective memory bandwidth. This is one example. Second is certain applications have inherently greater temporal locality than others. Then the third is memory layouts and organizing computation appropriately can make a significant impact on the spatial and temporal locality. Now, the alternate approach for hiding memory latency. Memory latency, as we have discussed in yesterday's session, that latency is the time taken to perform the operation on the memory, read or write operation. Okay. So what is the alternate approach for hiding the memory latency? Memory latency को hide करने के लिए दूसरा approach क्या है? Let's imagine that a computer browsing the web during the peak network traffic hours, the lack of response from your browser can be alleviated using one of the three simple approaches. We anticipate which pages we are going to browse ahead of time and issue requests for them in advance. And we open multiple browsers and access different pages in each browser. Thus, while we are waiting for one page to load and we would be reading others. So we access a whole bunch of pages in one go and armatizing the latency across the various axes. The first approach is called perfect prefetching, second is multi-threading, and the third corresponds to the spatial locality in accessing memory words. देखो पहले वाले केस में क्या है, जहां पर हम बोल रहे हैं कि मेमोरी लेटेंसी हाइड करना है, उसमें ये बोल रहा है कि हमको जो पेज चाहिए, which we anticipate which pages we are going to browse ahead of time and issue request for them in advance. पहले से एडवांस में जो पेजेस हमको चाहिए उसको हमने फेच किया, उसको पहले से एडवांस में रिक्वेस्ट भेज दी. इस टाइप की फेचिंग को क्या बोलते हैं? प्री फेचिंग. इस टाइप की रिक्वेस्ट को क्या बोलते हैं? प्री फेचिंग. फेचिंग इज बेसिकली टू लोड द कंटेंट इनटू द मेमोरी. सेकेंड अप्रोच क्या है कि हमने मल्टीपल ब्राउजर्स ओपन किए और हर ब्राउजर में अलग अलग पेजेस डाउनलोड कर रहे हैं हम, तो एट अ टाइम हम मल्टीपल पेजेस हम देख सकते हैं. मल्टी थ्रेडिंग का एग्जांपल है. दैट मींस एक्सेसिंग मोर देन वन ब्राउजर एंड एक्सेसिंग मोर देन वन पेजेस एट अ टाइम. दैट इज द एग्जांपल ऑफ मल्टी थ्रेडिंग. थर्ड क्या है? दैट हम उसको पूरा का पूरा डाउनलोड कर ले. वी एक्सेस होल बंच ऑफ पेजेस इन वन गो, armatizing the latency across various accesses. पूरा का पूरा बंच जो है, पूरा का पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन जो है एक ही गो में डाउनलोड कर ले. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज spatial locality in access memory words. So of these three approaches, the spatial locality of memory accesses has been discussed before. So now we focus on prefetching and multithreading. जो हमने पहले बात की थी वो यही वाला था कि पूरे के पूरे को डाउनलोड कर लो और पूरे के पूरे को हम एक्सेस कर ले, जो हमारा ट्रेडिशनल वे था. Now we'll see prefetching and multi-threading. Prefetching में जो हमको पेजेस चाहिए हम सिर्फ उसी की रिक्वेस्ट पहले से सेट कर देंगे, और मल्टी-थ्रेडिंग में एक से ज्यादा ब्राउजर यूज करेंगे और हर ब्राउजर पे अलग अलग पेजेस डाउनलोड करेंगे. ओके, नाउ लेट्स सी मल्टी-थ्रेडिंग फॉर लेटेंसी हाइडिंग. थ्रेडेड एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ मैट्रिक्स मल्टीप्लिकेशन. अब देखो ये दो मैट्रिक्स है, इसका मल्टीप्लिकेशन के लिए हमने क्या यूज किया? थ्रेडिंग यूज की है. सो फॉर i is equal to 1 to n, c of i is equal to dot product get row A of I comma B. Okay. Now this code computes each element of C as a dot product of the corresponding row of A with the vector B. मल्टीप्लीकेशन कर रहे हैं, इसको इससे मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं, एक रो की वैल्यू को पूरा गेट किया और उसको इससे हम मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं और एक वैल्यू को स्टोर कर रहे हैं. एक ही वैल्यू आती है ना, मैट्रिक्स मल्टीप्लिकेशन मालूम है. Each row is being multiplied by each column value and then it is being added and one value will be stored. So this code dot product is independent of the other, therefore represents a concurrent unit of execution. We can safely rewrite the above code as follows. तो हमने इसको कैसे लिखा, create thread dot product get row A of I and B. So the above difference between the two code segments is that we have explicitly specified each instance of the dot product computation as being a thread. So there are a number of APIs for specifying the thread. मतलब हमने अब इसको कैसे थ्रेडिंग में डाल दिया. थ्रेडिंग मतलब क्या हो गया कि जब एक रो का वैल्यू दूसरे के साथ में मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है तो उसी समय दूसरे वाला भी सेकेंड रो और सेकेंड कॉलम का भी प्रोसेस शुरू हो जाएगा. तो मल्टीपली एक से ज्यादा ऑपरेशंस परफॉर्म हो रहे हैं, अलग अलग थ्रेड में डाल दिया इसको. जो थ्रेडिंग कंसेप्ट आपने जावा में पढ़ा होगा, दैट इज टू परफॉर्म द टास्क साइमल्टेनियसली. तो सारे के सारे जो कॉलम्स हैं और उनके करस्पॉन्डिंग रोज हैं वो सेपरेटली अपने आप मल्टीप्लाई हो रहे हैं और अपने आप डिवाइड एडिंग हो रहा है उनका वैल्यू. So that threading concept has been used over here. So here it reduces the time to perform the operation. यहाँ पहला एक फर्स्ट कॉलम जो है, दिस इज माय फर्स्ट कॉलम, ये फर्स्ट कॉलम फर्स्ट रो के साथ मल्टीप्लाई होगा इस केस में. फिर सेकंड कॉलम सेकंड रो के साथ मल्टीप्लाई होगा, थर्ड कॉलम थर्ड रो के साथ मल्टीप्लाई होगा और ऐड होगा. ठीक है, एक एक वैल्यू कंप्यूट होगी. इस केस में क्या होगा, फर्स्ट कॉलम फर्स्ट रो के साथ में हो रहा है, उसी समय सेकंड कॉलम सेकंड रो के साथ में हो रहा है, उसी समय थर्ड कॉलम फोर्थ रो के साथ में थर्ड रो के साथ में हो रहा है. तो ये साइमल्टेनियसली थ्रेडिंग में हो रहा है क्योंकि हर जो है वो एक दूसरे से इंडिपेंडेंट है. ओके, सो हियर the first instance of this function accesses a pair of vector elements and waits for them. In the meanwhile, the second instance of this function can access two other vector elements in the next cycle, and if this units of time where this is the latency of the memory time, the first function instance gets the requested data from the memory and can perform the required computation. More than one operations multi-threading can be performed in one cycle in the second case. इस second case में क्या हो रहा है, एक से ज्यादा ऑपरेशंस परफॉर्म हो रहे हैं, दैट इज मल्टी थ्रेडिंग एग्जांपल. ओके, सो द एग्जीक्यूशन शेड्यूल इन एग्जांपल 2.7 इज predicted upon two assumptions. The memory system is capable of servicing multiple outstanding requests. हमने क्या assume किया कि जो हमारा मेमोरी सिस्टम है, जो हमारा प्रोसेसर है, वो एक से ज्यादा जो है ऑपरेशंस कंप्यूटेशन परफॉर्म कर सकता है. So by assuming that we are doing this task, so in addition it also requires a program that has an explicit specification of concurrency in the form of threads. Multi-threaded processors are capable of maintaining the context of a number of threads. Okay, prefetching of for latency hiding. एक टास्क हुआ हमको हाइडिंग का, कि हाइड करने के लिए, लेटेंसी को हाइड करने के लिए हमने कौन सा दिया, मल्टी थ्रेडिंग का दिया, और दूसरा प्री फेचिंग का दिया. तो अभी प्री फेचिंग मींस ऑलरेडी the pages which are being required are requested first and then only those pages will be downloaded. So in a typical program, a data item is loaded and used by a processor in a small time window. If the load results in a cache miss, then the use of stalls. अगर cache में miss हो रहा है, miss means it is not found in the cache, then it should be load from the memory. So in simple solution to this problem is to advance the load operation so that even if there is a cache miss, the data is likely to have arrived at the time it is being required. सीधी बात है, जैसे अगर मुझे पता है कि मुझे ये कल किताबें यूज में आएगी तो मैंने वो बुक्स को पहले से ही निकाल के हमने टेबल पे रख दिया. With the cache also, if you know that there is a miss in the cache, that the data is not available in the cache, so in advance only we can fetch the data from the main memory and keep a copy of that in the cache. So this will save the time, so this will reduce the latency time. This is one of the simplest examples. So however, if the data item has been overwritten between load and use, a fresh load is issued. Note that this is no worse than the situation in which the load had been advanced. So a careful examination of this technique reveals that prefetching works for much of the same reason as multi-threading. So in advancing the loads, we are trying to identify independent threads of execution that have no resources dependency. So हम क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर independently हर resources को access कर रहे हैं using the concept of threading. Okay. So by doing the prefetching task. अब देखो यहाँ पर हम prefetching task कर रहे हैं. This is an example. So consider the problem of adding two vectors A and B using a for loop. So in the first iteration of the loop, the processor requests A of 0 and B of 0. पहले क्या किया प्रोसेसर ने A of 0 को और B of 0 को request किया first element को. Since these are not in the cache, the processor must pay the memory latency. So while requests are being served, the processor also requests A of 1 and B of 1. So assuming that each request is generated in one cycle and the memory requests are satisfied in 100 nanoseconds. After 100 such requests, the first set of data items is returned by the memory system. Subsequently, one pair of vector components will be returned every cycle. मतलब एक साइकिल में प्री फेचिंग के केस में कि हमको मालूम है कि पहला जो हमारा वेक्टर एरे है ए का और दूसरा वेक्टर एरे बी का है, तो उसके एलिमेंट्स को पहले से ही फेच करके रख लिया ताकि उन लोगों का दोनों का एडिशन परफॉर्म कर सके. तो एक ही क्लॉक साइकिल में एक एक परफॉर्म हो गया. तो 100 such request the first set of data items is returned by the memory system, and the entire operation will be performed in very less clock cycles. So clock cycles are not wasted in this case. So in this way, in such in each subsequent cycle, one addition can be performed and the processor cycles are not wasted. Processor cycle की waste ही नहीं हो रही क्योंकि already जो है वो request जो है वो पहले से ही serve हो चुकी है. Okay. Now what are the trade-offs of multi-threading and pre-fetching? क्या क्या उसमें problems आ सकते हैं, trade-offs. Multi-threading and pre-fetching solves all problems related to memory system performance. They are critically impacted by the memory bandwidth. Okay, let's say consider this problem. Consider a computation running on a machine with 1 gigahertz speed. वही वाला example ये है कि 1 gigahertz speed है processor की. उसमें हम we are forward cache line single cycle access to the cache 100 nanosecond latency of DRAM. DRAM का कितना latency है? Dynamic random access memory का 100 latency time है. The computation has a cache hit ratio at the rate of 1 KB of 25% and at a rate of 32 KB of 90%. Consider two cases. First case is a single threaded execution in which the entire cache is available to the serial contest. And in the second case, the multi-threaded execution with 32 threads, where each thread has a cache residency of 1 KB. So if the computation makes one data request in every cycle of 1 nanosecond, then in the first case of bandwidth, the requirement of DRAM is 1 word every 10 nanoseconds. देखो हर 10 nanoseconds में एक word है. Since other words come from the cache, that is 90% hit ratio, क्योंकि वो already available है ना, pre-fetched है, multi-threaded है, तो 90% hit ratio मिलेगा हमें. So this corresponds to the bandwidth of 400 MB per second. So in the second case, the bandwidth requirement of DRAM increases to 3 words every 4 cycles of each thread. That is 25% hit ratio मिल रहा है second case में. पहले वाले case में 90% मिल रहा है, second case में 25% मिल रहा है. So corresponding, assuming that all threads exhibit similar cache behavior, this corresponds to 0.75 words per nanoseconds or 3 GB per second. So this is the example where bandwidth on the multi-threaded programs is being executed. Let's move to the other examples are also there. Okay, so now we'll move to the parallel computing platform. What are the what are the things which are being there when we talk about the parallel computing platforms. So let's begin with the control structure of the parallel platforms. Parallelism. So parallel tasks can be specified at various levels of granularity. At any extreme stage, each program in a set of programs can be viewed as one parallel task. मतलब हर प्रोग्राम जो है उसको कैसे एग्जीक्यूट करना है, पैरेलली एग्जीक्यूशन करने के लिए तरीका क्या है, हमने मल्टी थ्रेडिंग देखा है, एक हमने प्री फेचिंग देखा और एक ट्रेडिशनल वे देखा. So at the other extreme, individual instructions within a program can be viewed as parallel tasks. So between these extremes lie a range of models for specifying the control structure for programs and corresponding architectural support for them. Parallelism from single instruction on multiple processor. Single instruction is being processed on multiple processor. How? Because single instruction will be divided into micro instructions, and those micro instructions will be executed parallelly. Say for example, this is the code where we are adding two vectors. So एक a of I और एक b of I है, इन दोनों को ऐड कर रहे हैं, तो हमको कितना कंप्यूटेशन लग रहा है, will be requiring 1000 वैल्यूज आर बीइंग एडेड. एक एरे है, ए का एरे जिसमें 1000 वैल्यूज है, एक बी का एरे है जिसमें 1000 एरेज है वैल्यूज है, इन दोनों को वन बाय वन वी आर एडिंग एंड वी आर फॉर्मिंग वन मोर एरे कॉल्ड एज C of I. Now in this example, various iterations of the loop are independent of each other. So C of 0 is equal to A of 0 plus B of 0. C of 1 is equal to A of 1 plus B of 1. Etc. can be executed independently of each other. क्यों? क्योंकि इसकी वैल्यूज जो A of 0 और A B of 0 है, वो सेकेंड इसके लिए कोई भी यूज में नहीं आ रही है, ये इंडिपेंडेंट है सेकेंड वैल्यू, तो ये पैरेलली सारी एग्जीक्यूट हो सकती है इकट्ठी. यस, हो सकती है. So if there is a mechanism for executing the same instruction, in this case adds on all the processor with the appropriate data, we can execute this loop much faster. अगर सारे के सारी इंफॉर्मेशन जो है 1000 इकट्ठी एग्जीक्यूट हो पाती है अलग अलग, it is just like drying the clothes under the sunlight. एक से ज्यादा कपड़ों को हम सनलाइट में एक साथ सुखा रहे हैं. सेम वे ये जो एडिशन हो रहा है, अलग अलग डेटा का एडिशन हो रहा है, तो एक साथ अगर हम इन सभी को ऐड कर रहे हैं तो हमारा जो है टाइम रिड्यूस होगा. दिस इज द मेन एडवांटेज ऑफ पैरेललिज्म. नाउ हाउ दिस कैन बी अचीव्ड. So processing units in the parallel computer either operate under the centralized control of a single control unit or work independently. So in the architectures referred to as a single instruction stream or multiple data stream, SIMD, that is single instruction stream, MIMD, multiple data instruction. A single control unit dispatches instructions of each processing. So illustrates a typical SIMD architecture. SIMD parallel computer, the same instruction is executed synchronously by all processing units. So add instruction is dispatched to all the processor and executed concurrently. See this statement. Add instruction is being dispatched to all the processor and executed concurrently. So some of the earliest parallel computers such as these belong to this class of the machine, and those systems can execute parallel computing, parallel instruction. तो इसमें जो instructions का execution है SIMD, single instruction multiple data stream, single instruction stream multiple data stream. डेटा स्ट्रीम एक इंस्ट्रक्शन और मल्टीपल डेटा स्ट्रीम्स से वो एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगा. ये आर्किटेक्चर देखो, a simple SIMD architecture and a typical MIMD architecture B. ये वाला जो है सिंगल SIMD है, सिंगल इंस्ट्रक्शन मल्टीपल डेटा स्ट्रीम. तो वी हैव ग्लोबल कंट्रोल यूनिट, प्रोसेसिंग एलिमेंट्स, प्रोसेसिंग एलिमेंट्स, प्रोसेसिंग एलिमेंट्स, प्रोसेसिंग एलिमेंट. तो हमारे पास में एक कंट्रोल यूनिट है और हमारे पास में बहुत सारे प्रोसेसिंग एलिमेंट्स है. दिस इज इंटरकनेक्शन नेटवर्क. सो दिस इज सिंगल data stream, single instruction, multiple data stream, and this is multiple instructions, multiple data stream. So multiple instructions, PE processing elements and multiple control unit. ठीक है, और इससे इंटरनेट कनेक्शन नेटवर्क से एक्सेस कर रहे हैं. ये आर्किटेक्चर दिया हुआ है. So SIMD concept works well for a structured computation on a parallel data structures such as an array, often it is necessary to selectively turn off operations on certain data items. So for this reason, SIMD programming paradigm allow for an activity mask. This is binary mask associated with each data item and operations that specifies whether it should participate in the operation or not. Okay. Now primitively such as where condition, when condition, elsewhere conditions are used to support the selective execution. Selective execution support करने के लिए हम लोग कौन कौन सी control statements use करते हैं? Where this is this, then this, else this. So these are conditional execution. So conditional execution can be determined by the performance of SIMD processors and therefore must use with care. Then we have MIMD, that is multiple instruction stream, multiple data streams. Multiple instructions भी है और multiple data streams भी है. Okay. So here we have an advantage. It relies that multiple instances of the same program executing on the different data. Okay. Same program but different data के ऊपर execution चल रहा है. So it is easy to see that SIMD model has the same expressiveness as MIMD model, since each of the multiple programs can be inserted into one large if else block. If else block में इतने सारा जो है वो कोड एग्जीक्यूशन करने का कैपेबिलिटी है. Okay. So the execution of conditional statements on a SIMD architecture. देखो हमने दो आर्किटेक्चर देखा, SIMD और MIMD. SIMD single instruction and multiple data stream. उसका एग्जांपल देखते हैं. Consider the execution of conditional statement. That is 2.4 example where conditional statement is executed in two steps. The first step where the processor that have B equal to 0 and execute the instruction C is equal to A. All other processors are idle. In the second step, else part of the instruction, that is C is equal to A divided by B, is executed. So the processor that were active in the first step now become idle, and this illustrates one of the drawback of SIMD, that is single instruction multiple data stream. मतलब हमारे पास data stream multiple है तो at a time वो single instruction कर रहा है, तो एक instruction जब एक processor कर रहा है तो दूसरा processor idle बैठा हुआ है, तो कोई use ही नहीं है multiple data stream होने का. So executing a conditional statement on SIMD computer with 4 So executing conditional statements on a SIMD computer with 4 processes, and the conditional statement, that is using the conditional statement, and this is using execution of the statement in 2 steps. Okay. देखो, if B equal to 0, then A value will be assigned to C, else A upon B value will be assigned to C. So processor 0, what processor 0 is doing? A की value assign किया 5, B is 0, C is 0. Processor 1 ने क्या किया? A की value 4 assign किया, B की value 2 assign किया after computation. Then processor 2, A, B are both initialized to 1, and processor 3 all becomes 0. Now these are the initial stages of the multiple processes. Multiple processes, in this is the instruction which is being executed. Okay. Now when the initial values are there, this is the status. If in the step 1 it becomes A value is 5, B value is this, and after computation the C value becomes 5, because here we have written if the value of B is equal to 0, if the value of B equal to 0, the value of A will be assigned to C. So the value of A will be assigned to C. Okay. At that time, processor 1 is idle because it is not working. No task has been assigned to processor 1. Processor 2 is also idle. No task has been assigned. और C में तो कोई values ही नहीं है. Okay. Then in step 2, this becomes idle. and here a divided by b, a divided by b, अगर b 0 नहीं है तो a divided by b, that is 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, it works. Then b is not 0, that is a divided by b, c is also 1. In the third case it is also idle, तो दो processor at a time idle होगा step 2 में. Okay, so this is the example for this task SIMD and MIMD. So ये single वाला task दिखा है SIMD, multiple single instruction, multiple data stream. So we'll be continuing the next topic later on tomorrow.